Well, hello. My name is Angel Manuel. I have a very special guest in the studio, this beautiful studio here today. Um, Raina, the encyclopedia of all things hood in Chicago's Northwest Side. Please give it up for Raina, everybody.
How y'all doing? What's up? What's up?
Um, Raina, good morning. You just woke up,
I definitely did just wake up. It's like 5 in the afternoon. It's okay.
but that's okay because you work overnight. So this is actually like what,
This
4
is high
a.m.
afternoon for me.
Yeah. So what's up, Raina? How's life? What you been up to?
Life's good. Just working, school, the usual stuff.
And for the podcast, I think we should act like we didn't hang out yesterday, because obviously we were talking for like 6 hours yesterday. But if I ask you like the same questions,
Gotcha.
but you gotta talk really close to the mic.
Okay. Gotcha.
What is it with people not talking close to the mic? Like just be all up on it,
All right.
act like it's yours.
Make love to the mic. Got it.
Exactly. Isn't that a song?
No, is it?
I don't know. I'm sure somebody thought of some silly shit like that.
I know it's make love in this club.
Well, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
All right, Raina. How do I say you? I would feel like the higher education system in America kind of like hurt your pockets a little bit, I guess you could say.
A little bit.
Just a
More
little
than a
bit.
little bit.
Just a little bit. Do you mind telling me how that went?
All right, sure. So, well, first I applied to Columbia College in Chicago. I already, first thing first, I had to take out Parent Plus loans of loan myself and on top of FAFSA. So that was already like hurting my pockets, 30,000 a year.
That was the semester for the year,
Yeah, for
or
the year.
the tuition for the year.
For the year. Yeah, and that was off campus. Like if you didn't, that was even me commuting. It's 50,000 if you stay on campus.
$20,000 a year to stay in a dorm,
To stay in the dorm because
To-
you live downtown.
to share it with somebody else too, and shit. You get a shoebox. I'm assuming.
Exactly. With a whole bunch of security. Well, that's another story.
Really? All right. So 30,000.
30,000. So I took a year off, came back to Columbia. I spoke with my financial aid advisors. Everyone was like, "Hey, you're great. You can come back to class. Like, no worries. All your loans line up. Everything's fine."
Was that before your first day at Columbia?
Yep. Or
Okay.
no, this was my second year.
So you had 1 year.
Did
you
a
were
whole
like,
year completely fine.
Okay.
Then went back my second year. They were like, "All right, you're fine. Everything's cool." After my second semester, I get a call saying that I can't re-register for courses. I owe them $13,000
From what? They didn't.
for tuition. They actually ended up my loans. I guess they said went into deferment after they told me they were good, and they never got the money, and they sent them like my loans back.
What? What?
Yeah, like they said they received them, but then they're like, "Oh, it was in deferment," so
What
they
does that
sent my
mean?
loans back. That because I took a year off of school, that my loans like went into default, kind of, sorta, because I didn't pay on the loans.
Oh, so you were supposed to pay on the loans for
But-
the year that you didn't attend?
Yeah, but no one told me that. And then when I went back, they let me go through my whole first semester, and they were like, "Everything's fine. Like you're in good standing."
What are you, like 18, 19?
They were like, "You're in good standing
Wow.
at this point." And I'm like, "All right, fine, that's great." They let me go through my whole first semester, went through my second semester, went through the whole thing. And then at the end of the second semester, they were like, "Oh, hey, by the way, your loans didn't go through. You owe us $13,000.
Oh my God. Not even like the interest? They weren't like.
No.
Isn't that a thing, yo, babe? Isn't that a thing that if you go to school for a year and you don't go to school, all it does is like it builds interest, but once you go back to school, it's like on pause, just go back.
Yeah.
Isn't that what it's supposed to be?
It depends because you have to register. Like you have to.
You know what? Come into the mic. Come into the mic. You're actually giving an explanation. I didn't expect that.
So the way it works and the way it was explained to me when I wanted to take a semester off was that you have to
like actually send in paperwork saying you will not be showing up, like you are taking a semester, you're taking 2 semesters, whatever the amount off, and that you understand that your loans may like start, like you may have to start paying,
Or it's gonna garner interest, which
Yeah.
I'm sure everybody kind of
Yeah.
knew. And
but that's how they explained it to me. That's why when I was like, I wanted to take a year off my sophomore year, my counselor was like, if you do that within the first 6 months, you're gonna have to start paying loans. And I was like, no, thank you.
might as well.
And that's why I stayed in school.
That's why. Oh, I didn't know that.
See,
part.
and
Oh,
that's the
shit.
thing. I spoke with my counselor, and my counselor was like, "Oh no, you don't have to worry about it." Like they knew I took a year off.
They told you don't worry about
Yeah,
it.
like,
Those
they were,
motherfuckers
like,
get
pretty
paid
much-
to know.
Exactly.
They get paid to know things.
Yeah, I was pretty much told like, yeah, don't worry about it. You'll be completely fine when you come back. And I called them multiple times. Like, I even made sure like, hey, are you guys sure my loans are everything's okay? Like, are you guys positive? They're like, yeah, everything's fine. And then once I contacted, who is it? The student, like the people who do the loans?
No, that.
Yeah, Navient.
Navient.
Yeah. Once I contacted them, they were like, oh yeah, no.
Somebody
loans-
lied to you.
Yeah, exactly. Pretty much. And then the crazy part about the whole thing is, and the audacity of Colombia. So after I went that last year, maybe 3-4 months after that, when they told me I couldn't re-register again, these motherfuckers sent the $13,000 that I owed them into a collection agency.
Really?
Yeah.
After how long? A couple of months?
Like a couple of months.
Those motherfuckers.
Yeah, literally. So now, even if I'm going to a whole new school, completely about to graduate, and I have to get my transcripts from Colombia.
Mm-hmm.
So I actually have to set up a payment plan with them. So every 2 weeks they garnish my check, like
Oh my
$165.
That's a $22,000 car you ain't driving.
I know exactly.
300 something a month,
A whole crib.
right? You could rent a room.
Exactly.
$300 in groceries. Oh my god.
Yeah.
So, but you said you're about to graduate.
About to graduate from Harold, Washington.
Nice. Where's that?
It's downtown Chicago.
Downtown. Yeah, you stayed in downtown. Why didn't you go to right down the street?
Because I was already downtown. I worked downtown. My mom, so I'm always down there. It was just a different change of scenery, I guess.
What? That made no sense.
Because Wright's right by the house, and then it's like everyone we know like goes to Wright. So.
Oh my god, who cares? Well, that's not fair, because from what I heard, you know everybody, or everybody knows you.
I don't know everybody.
Everybody knows you.
Yeah.
Young legend.
Hall of Fame.
Last night you said you might have to dust off the jersey because, put into retirement.
One time for the one time. Just bring it back. That's it.
So then where do you go from here in regards to like this bill?
So right now I'm still paying them off. Just gonna keep doing the 2-week thing because I still need my transcripts from them. But I'm paying it down short, like sooner than later, I guess you can say.
I feel like, isn't it crazy? Like, just in the 90s, like school would cost like $4,000 a year, $7,000 a year, and that's like a fancy school.
That's the crazy part. It's like the education system, like
It's
they
broken.
care more, exactly. They care more about tuition and payments than they do about their actual students' education.
Damn. Because I owe right now $2,500 to my school, and that gives me anxiety. Because like, where the fuck am I gonna come up with that money? Because I'm not working right now.
Right.
For a couple reasons, but I'm looking for a job. If anybody wants to hire me, I'm good at accounting and office shit.
Hire my boy.
I'm very hireable. What was
He
I gonna
does
say?
a great interview.
Damn, what was I doing? I actually planned to go to the Marines right after high school. Did you ever think about that?
I did.
Really?
Yeah.
And what happened with that?
So I was actually going to do the Army. Did the course, did everything, and then they were like, hey, so you got to lose 30 pounds in 2 weeks before you go to boot camp.
2 weeks.
They were like going to put me on a diet, make me work out, and I was like,
the no eating anything
I don't know if
diet.
this is really for me, fam. I swear I went to the one to register by Lane Tech and everything.
Wait, what?
To join the army.
Why?
Bro, talk into the mic.
When
You
I wanted
two
to
kill me.
join the army, it was I went to the one by Lane Tech, and they're like, yeah, you gotta lose like damn near 30 pounds before you go into boot camp because you have to have like you hit the BMI scale, and I was way off that shit.
Damn.
I was like, no thanks. Maybe the reserves.
Maybe
I'm
the
cool.
reserve. For us, a little more out of shape people. Us thicker folk.
Right. Listen, you're not gonna tell me to go swimming under a tube of water either. I don't know about that.
Damn. Where are you going to go to school now?
So I'm planning on transferring over to UIC for their business program. Whoop, whoop.
Nice.
Yeah.
USC School of Business. But isn't that really good?
Mm-hmm.
It's one of the best schools.
Yeah.
It's one of the best. I know
All the money is not our history.
that's where all the
Shade.
USC's money goes. Yeah.
Hey, put more money into the art program. That's all we're saying.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Whatever you got extra. That's all.
Because USC art, isn't that like what, 20 people? 45 people in a school. Oh, really? 45 students?
Well, for like the art history program, it was like 45 students.
Damn.
It was like freshman to senior
45
undergrad.
45
people.
For freshman and senior.
Yeah.
So as long as you've been there was only 45 students.
Like I knew everyone in the program.
Damn.
That would hurt my feelings.
If
But as
you
far
knew
as,
everybody.
Like, the art, like architecture, design, like actual physical making art.
Uh-huh.
There's way more people. Way more.
So the artsy folk.
Yeah. But we don't come in contact with them.
Because
We're in a separate building.
yeah. Yeah.
They're not the real art folks. That's why.
Yeah, we didn't like it. It was real awkward. Real awkward.
So you wanted to get a business degree with like a focus in what?
Okay, so a business degree focused in business administration with a minor in marketing.
Nice.
Yep. I want to open recording studios around Chicago for our SoundCloud rappers. Like, because there's only high-end studios all around Chicago.
So you want to make like budget studios?
Yeah. There's still a nice place for you to go vibe, create, do what you got to do, you know?
Yeah, that's really cool.
Most people are paying like $300 for like higher-end studio sessions.
$300 for what? An hour or a session?
hour.
An hour? Oh my God.
Yeah.
Why is it so much?
Just the atmosphere, honestly, where it is. It's like hidden studios all around Chicago that people really don't know about. And when
Mhm.
you actually go into them, they're just like one of the regular
It's just
studios.
a normal studio.
Mhm. With a little graphic design on it. That's about it.
With the logo that's
With
like
a logo, exactly.
that's like that big.
Exactly.
Yeah. I remember when I was recording, I didn't know it was that much, but I was still like flat broke. So my grandfather just bought me a mic and a mixer, and he was like, "All right, dude, go for it." And I just recorded in my closet.
Hey, that's the best way. So sometimes you get started in your basement, in the closets. It's the best place to do it. And that's how you know you got that grind. You got that hustle.
Yeah, well, I did not have that grind. I failed, and I was like, "All right, cool. What's next?"
Hey, you're still doing something with a mic, though.
Yeah, I'm still using my voice. I think it's funny because a lot of people don't like hearing their voice.
I don't.
Really? You? I
Mhm.
love my voice. I think my voice will take me far. Somehow, some way. I don't know how, but it's in the cards for me. I feel it.
You feel it.
I feel
Deep in
it.
his soul.
What were we talking about last night? That God, I can't remember. What were we talking about last night?
We talked about a lot last night.
Oh, how about this? What's something that made you happy this week, Raina?
I'm graduating. That's
Shit.
it. Like,
Wait, this week?
no, in December,
Oh,
unfortunately. But technically, I'm already done with the semester. They're just like, well, you enrolled, so you got to finish.
fuck that.
That's what I said. I was like, hey, I'm going to BS these classes. Shout out to these online courses.
Oh my God. How's that going for you?
I like online classes,
Really?
honestly. Yeah.
I hate that shit.
This is my second year doing it, though. Like,
You
I
did
did
all
online.
online?
Mhm.
Why?
I'm still working, so it's easier for me not to have to go into a classroom. So I did, when I started the new school, my first semester the first year I did hybrid. So I did in course and online, and then I went all online last year.
That shit is tough.
Made the dean's list.
Nice.
Yeah.
3 point something?
Yeah, 3.2.
Nice. That's really good.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah, I've always heard that you're always working. Always. Like you always got 1 to 2 things, maybe 3 going on.
But work is number one. That's all I do. It's crazy. When I'm at work, everyone tells me, like, do you ever go home?
Why, you always doing overtime?
Something like that.
I don't know. You said they took away your Mondays.
Yeah.
And you were like, yeah, fuck you.
I wanted my Mondays gone.
Why?
Because they used to give me, like, my shifts, my schedule, I got the short end of the stick. Like, Mondays, I used to work 3 to 11, and then I had to turn around and go in at 7 on Tuesdays.
Wait, 3 a.m.?
No, 3 p.m. to 11 p.m.
Okay.
Then I would have to work 7 to 3 p.m. the next day.
Oh, yeah. That's some bullshit.
Yeah. And then I do 2 7 a.m. shifts and then 2 overnight shifts.
What?
Yeah. My schedule's ass. I do an night shift, 2
And a
mornings,
morning?
2 overnights.
Is that legal? What the fuck?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure as long as they give you 8 hours, right? Or 9 hours or some shit, that no matter what it is, it's still legal.
Yeah.
Hated that shit.
Exactly. They let me go home for a few hours and they're like, bring that ass back.
But come right back. Who you think you is?
They were like, don't even take a nap, bro. Like, because if you go to sleep, it's over.
Matter of fact, get a room.
Right.
Get a room. Half price. Don't worry about it.
Exactly. We'll give you a discount. We won't give it to you, but
Yeah.
a discount though.
even though you know the room is free.
Right. We're still gonna charge you for it.
I remember one place one place that I worked that shall remain nameless. They had me work 11 days in a row. I was kind of salty, and I didn't know like that's not legal until like years later. There's nothing I can do about it right now.
Oh yeah, definitely. I always tell them, like, I need at least 1 day off in this week.
Exactly.
Nope. No, you're gonna have to figure that out. I'm sorry, I can't do consecutive days. I'll get irritated.
Don't you hate it when they say like, "Oh, but we really need you," and it's like, hire somebody else.
What about your other employees?
What about anybody else that works here?
all the people I trained? Like, what do you mean?
I know they do well because I train them.
Right. Like, where are the managers?
Right? You get paid more than me. Don't worry about it.
You get paid to be here. I'm just here so I don't get fined. That's it.
All right. What's something positive in my life? Bae, what happened good in my life this week? In the past 7 days. Oh, I got a new phone. iPhone 11 Pro Max. A lot of family stuff going on. What? She made that face? You made a face? You're minding your own business? Well, it's not like there's too many people, so I guess I could talk about it right now. Nah, my pops might listen to it. I don't want to hurt his feelings.
Shady.
There's a lot of shit going on in my family. It's so stupid. It's so annoying. Should I talk about my life?
I think you're gonna talk about like the school system. I don't know.
Oh, that's Sergio. We had a unscheduled intermission. Is a good way to put it. Is it still recording? Yeah, still recording. Fuck it.
Fuck it.
Raina, what's the worst job you think you've ever had? And why?
Like I said, I think all my jobs have been a little, shitty. But
Every single one had their own shitty part to it.
yeah, like everyone had their own. But the worst, like, shittiest place I would say it was Cooper Hawk or Portillo's.
Why?
Like their management style there, like they talk down to people. Like I feel like I went to work with my mom every day. Like, and my mom doesn't talk to me crazy, so I don't know who you think you are.
Right? I don't even talk to my mom. I know you can't talk to me like her.
Right? Like, listen.
I think the worst job I ever had was probably Walmart.
Walmart?
I worked at Walmart for almost 2 years. I worked overnights,
Oh shit.
just stocking shelves 9 hours a night. I couldn't. I don't know. I
See,
couldn't
that
really.
would make me hate people.
Why?
Because you would have to go over like stocking stuff, or did you have to like rearrange shelves?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so I would hate people because people in Walmart are like
People of
terrible.
Walmart, like that's the whole thing.
They're terrible. Did you have to work Black Friday?
Yeah, I had to work Black Friday.
Yeah.
Started working at like 9:30 or 10.
I'm sorry, I'm one of those people who go to Black Friday. I'm in the store at like midnight, like stealing the pajama pants. Like, you know how they're
You said
plastic.
stealing
Not
pajamas?
stealing, but like like they're plastic wrapped in the middle of the aisle, and you're not supposed to open them until one of the crew member opens them.
Yeah.
But I can get
Fuck
under
that.
the plastic, like.
If you can
'Cause
do
you're not
it.
gonna fight me like over some $10 pajamas. I'm not gonna get fist fought. Like my aunts actually fist fought each other,
What?
and
Why?
at Walmart because they were trying to get a Barbie toy for my cousin, like a Barbie Jeep or whatever. And my aunt was on one side of the box, and my aunt was on the other side, and they're pulling on the same box, and they're trying to guarantee they got one, and they started fighting in Walmart. And then
Was
they
there no other
realized-
one?
No, it was like stacked. Like, you know how they do the stacks? Like, so everyone just grabs them when they unwrap it.
Like a free for all.
Pretty
Yeah,
much,
yeah, okay.
Yeah. And that's how it was. And they got into it. It was really.
Damn, we're goofs.
And then they realized, like, bitch, it's me. Like, hey. And they're like, oh, okay. Well, everything was all good then. Like.
Damn. Yeah, I remember what the fuck happened on Black Friday? Because I only worked that one Black Friday. You know what? No, I would have to say the Children's Place, bae. The Children's Place, only because you know that little the dog that's like this big and is
Yeah.
nonstop barking.
The little, like, yippy one.
Yeah.
At the mall kiosk.
Yes. That guy, I worked right, like that dude was right outside, like right outside the door, and he had it on every single day I worked. I think just listening to that, oh motherfucker, god damn, all kinds of technical shit going on today. All right, I got it. Oh, I'm agile. I can do it. See, I think just listening to that yapping dog every single shift and then working Black Friday there too. You know who has a lot of stories is Emily. She has a lot of fucking stories about working there. I forgot most of it. Like,
He blacked out his trauma.
yeah. Like, we had stacks of sweaters and shit, and people would take the bottom one and then just flip everything. And then my manager would be like, all right, Angel, not even manager, not the store manager, my supervisor. It was always like some 19-year-old, and I'm like 23, and she's trying to tell me like, all right, clean that, and be the cashier. I was like, oh my god, it broke me. I'm not gonna lie, it broke me. I was broken for a while.
I
But
think kids are bad too. Like,
oh
I
my
just-
god, and there's always a crying kid. Parents not watching their kids,
That's
letting
my
them run
biggest pet
around.
peeve. If I go out in public and your kid is crying, like, please grab your child, especially in a restaurant.
Oh my god.
Get your child.
The only restaurant I worked at was in a casino, so obviously they didn't have kids. But obviously, I'm sure you've seen it.
All the time. Our at the Buffalo Wild Wings, the first day we opened, some bad kid
Little
and their
badass kid.
parent let them climb into our claw machine, and the baby got stuck in the claw machine. Like, she climbed through the bottom of the door and then sat inside of the machine. We have to call the fire department to come let her out.
That's a backhand to the parent. Like
That's
the
what
kid,
I said. You weren't watching your child.
the
at
kid,
all.
you just hit him on like the hand, like don't do that shit to the parent. That's a backhand.
No, they got like fined $500.
Good.
Since the fire department had to come out.
Really?
Yeah, if the fire department has to come out to do something for your child, like if they gotta cut them out a railing or something, you get fined for that.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Good. I didn't know that.
hmm
Can I just say, I think you had the best job I've ever seen at Buffalo Wild Wings.
Oh yeah.
That fucking job you had was literally what was it called again?
I was a guest experience captain.
What the hell is that?
So.
The guest experience captain. She wasn't an associate. She was
So,
the captain.
The captain. I was the top tier. Okay.
Of customer experience.
All I did was create an atmosphere for the guests.
That's such a bullshit job. How'd you get that?
I applied. It was actually one of their positions that they had because someone had to change the TVs. Like literally, that's what I did. I changed TVs. Like if it was like certain sports games on, I had
That
to
was
make
your
sure.
job.
Yeah, like every morning I would go in and see what games were coming on. Like, all right, is this a big game? Does it go on the big TV? If it did, it did. If it didn't, you know. And then I passed out sauce samples. And I turned up the music or turned down the music if it was too loud. I just made you feel comfortable.
Let's see what else.
It was very head ass.
And you talk. And you talk to the guests. Obviously, you make them feel nice and welcome.
Yeah, that's about it. I changed TVs.
You changed TVs, turned up the volume or down, right?
I controlled the jukebox sometimes.
Really? You were
Yeah,
DJ?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
But then, like, this is why I love Rihanna, but I hate the song "Work" with her and Drake because they used to play it. Like, you could pay to play it.
Oh.
And they used to like put work on like back to back. Like it would literally be wait. I'm like, oh my god, I'm about to kill it.
For like an hour straight?
Yeah.
Oh man.
And then every time a new person would come in, they would play it. So it was like we heard it at least 10 times an hour.
Damn, that's like 45 minutes straight.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It was a great job. I really didn't do anything.
So then what happened? Didn't everybody get fired?
No, they well yeah, everyone I was friends with got fired, of course.
Why?
Because we weren't doing our jobs.
Man.
I didn't get fired.
You left on your own accord?
I did leave on my own accord because I got a job at Starbucks.
Really?
I
Oh, the
did.
one on North Avenue, right?
Mhm. Next to the Sprint, which is now T-Mobile.
Which makes sense, right?
You know.
Yeah. Why did everybody get fired?
Well,
I mean, you don't have to go into detail. I
everyone
know.
got fired. Like, we literally used to go on smoke breaks all the time. They used to catch us, like, leaving out and smoking in the parking lot.
Damn.
And we're not talking about cigarettes either. So.
Well, it's legal now. I guess
Well,
we
it
can
wasn't
talk
legal
about
then.
it. Yeah. Didn't it just get legalized this December 1st?
Yeah.
Or January 1st?
Yeah.
Yeah, that feels like so long
It was
ago.
I know. It was a messed up 2020. This year has felt so long.
This is the longest year, and it hasn't even been a full year yet.
Exactly. At least these months are going by, though. The past few months have, like, flew.
Yeah, I don't know if you remember. We were supposed to be on the verge of World War III.
I do remember that.
You remember that shit?
I do remember that. That was right before Kobe.
Oh, my
R.I.P.
God.
Kobe.
Rip Kobe and his kid.
Man, damn, Kobe.
Isn't it wild? Him and his wife had a pact to never be on the same
On the
helicopter.
same flight. Yeah, that's crazy to me. I was
'Cause
like,
they
it's like you
knew.
knew. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Vanessa hated it, so that's why they did it.
Really?
Yeah. But if you think about it, if COVID happened like 2 months prior to when it did,
He would have stayed
Kobe
home?
would have been alive.
Damn.
That's crazy. It sucks. Damn, Kobe.
Kobe.
Damn, Kobe.
If you can go back in time and fix one thing,
It'll be Kobe.
it'll be Kobe.
It'll be Kobe.
One thing is fuck Rona.
Right,
Get
fuck
Kobe.
Rona. Get Kobe.
What the fuck else happened this year?
The Australian fires.
Oh my God. It burned like what? 10% of
Yeah.
that whole continent.
And then Kim Jong-un died and
died.
came back to life.
Right? That's North Korean magic. They say the dictator is a god. So he brought himself back to life.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
Yeah, they just didn't want his sister to be in charge. I heard she's worse than him.
Yeah, and motherfuckers were acting like, oh no, she's an anime character. Like, no, she's
She's real.
real. She's a human.
She got that life.
Wasn't that like her Kim Jong Un's right hand person?
Mm-hmm.
Like anything that like anybody that needed to die, she was the one.
Yeah, that was
That's so
exactly.
fucked up, right? I can't imagine being like dictator. I don't know. I would love to be like the mayor of Chicago.
The mayor.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even though you get shit on every single day by everybody.
I was gonna say because Lori Lightfoot, she can't breathe, bro. Like, she had a fucked up year. Like, as soon as she got elected,
The school shit.
the school shit, then the pandemic, then
What
the
else?
looting,
Yeah.
and then
protests.
the superintendent when he got caught in the car with some girl. He was drunk.
What?
He fell asleep at a stop sign, and that's why he had to resign. That's why we have a new superintendent. Yeah, and they said like he was super drunk. He was behind the wheel of a car and fell asleep at a stop sign.
What? I've never heard of this.
Yeah.
Chicago superintendent.
Yeah.
What the fuck does that even do? Who's that?
He's like the head guy of like the police department. That explains a lot about CPD, doesn't it?
Oh man. But you know what? Do you want to get into that discussion? Do you want to?
I mean, if you like, we can.
Because we know, everybody knows somebody, right?
Right.
Everybody knows somebody that's out here doing bad shit. Everybody knows somebody that's in the police department. Everybody knows somebody that is just living a mad normal life.
Exactly.
I feel like this is the smallest big city.
It is. It is. That's why I say about Chicago. Everybody knows a little bit of everybody. Like, even if you don't know the person, you know of that person through a different circle or.
Yeah.
Communities here are big and small.
You know what? Speaking of knowing people, fun fact. Raina was doing ciphers with Chance the Rapper.
Yeah.
In the park, like nothing. Yeah.
Back in the day.
What year was that?
Long ass time ago. Like, that was before even Chance even blew up. Like, it was like when they were still in like high school and shit. Like,
When he first started?
yeah. Yeah, like.
No, 2013 was the year he blew up. So it must have been 2012, 2011.
Yeah. Somewhere around that time.
You know, Emily thought that Chance the Rapper's dad was dead. She thought that. I vividly remember you telling me that. I told you that. I told her that. Don't listen to her. I got the mic. You can't hear her. The audience can't hear you, so I'm automatically right. Oh my god.
You don't like Chance the Rapper?
Nah, I don't really like his music. I've just never
yourself.
did.
I like him. He's decent. I don't like his new album, be honest.
I Love My Wife?
Hot shower, hot.
I don't know what you're talking about.
The hot water, hot shower, or some shit like.
If that's all it is, I already don't like it.
It's really. Yeah, it's a little.
And I don't know. I feel like back in the day when people were like, "You don't like Chance the Rapper, you hate Chicago." I feel like that was the thing.
Why is Chance the Chicago person? That's my question.
What do you mean?
Like, why is Chance just automatically our Chicago rapper? There's a lot of Chicago rappers out here that are amazing. They're way better than Chance the Rapper. Like, but because Chance, I get it. Like, he does. I love his socialism. I love his activism. Like, he's awesome. He's a good person and that. But like,
But music.
What makes Chance Chicago? Like,
I don't know.
I know he's the ambassador of the White Sox. I know that. Like, but what? Kanye's from Chicago.
Oh my God.
Is this Kanye?
Kanye left Chicago.
Common's from Chicago.
Common. Do or Die. Twista.
Right.
Lil
G
Durk.
Herbo, Lil Durk. Right. Like. Chief Keef.
All right. That is.
That is true. Okay, but then Chance the Rapper would be a Chicago rapper. Even during the pandemic, like when CPS.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
When CPS stopped the whole doing their pickup for lunches, he made sure he went out and had like food pickups for people who couldn't afford lunch or afford food.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying he's like a bad person or not doing enough. It's just the music. I just don't like it.
Yeah, but yeah. My thing is, what's the appeal?
Of what?
Him.
Of Chance the Rapper?
Yeah.
I really don't know.
I guess you could say he's cute, but a lot of people like a lot of rappers that are very ugly.
Okay, so I love Travis Scott, like, but I like Travis Scott before Travis Scott was Travis Scott. If that makes
What do you
sense.
mean?
Like
Before he went super
before,
mainstream?
yeah, like before he was mainstream. Like I love Travis Scott, like, you know, Antidote, all that good shit. But like, what's the appeal of Travis Scott? Like,
What's the appeal? I don't know. Ask Kylie.
hey, unless that is his appeal.
If that, I don't know. I feel like everybody that's ever been in the gravity of the Kardashians has just lost. Like they just lost their way.
Jordan Woods is currently winning though.
Jordan Woods? What happened with that?
Jordan Woods is Kylie's best friend. She's the one who apparently got caught with Khloe's baby daddy, Tristan.
Oh, Tristan Thompson?
Yeah, and they kissed.
I thought they banged it out.
No, they just like kissed and then they like pretty much like blackballed her. Like, fuck Jordan. It's all her fault.
Jordan
and now
Woods.
Khloe and Christian are back together.
Tristan Thompson of the NBA.
Yeah. But Jordan Woods is living her best life. Black girl magic. She is. Her booty got bigger. Like, she looking fine. Her face is good. She's booking roles. She's
Doing what?
She was just a leading lady in Rick Ross's music video.
God, she's making it. You know what? I'm not in no music videos, so I guess I'm not in no videos. Nobody's calling me trying to model. So you know what? There you go.
Look, she's never going to fail. She's living her best life. She's opening. I think she's doing some sports stuff like activewear.
Okay,
And she's
that's
dating
good.
Carl Anthony Towns now.
Really?
Yeah.
That tall ass motherfucker. Dude is 7 feet tall.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? Tristan Thompson's like 6'10".
Is he really?
Yeah, he plays power forward. Well,
I
he
didn't
won a
think he was
ring.
that big.
He won a championship with LeBron. It's the only reason I know him. Because he's like a very average to below average player.
I'm not a LeBron fan.
Me neither.
I don't like him on the court. I like him off the court.
What?
I like him as a father. I like what he stands for. I like him as a businessman. I really do, but I do not like him as a basketball player. I feel like he's a bitch as a basketball player. Just to be 100.
You know what the one problem I have when people say like, "Oh, I love him as a father." You don't know him as a father. You know him on social media.
That is true. That is true.
Like he could like fucking slap the shit out of his kids in the face every single day. And they'll be
but
like,
it's LeBron. Like,
"That's a big ass hand."
That's the answer. Exactly. It's LeBron. Did you hear they caught his son smoking weed in the bubble?
Oh my god.
They caught Bronny smoking weed in the bubble.
Oh my.
That was the issue. I thought they were just talking shit because he was smoking weed.
Well,
he's
it's
in
because
the
he's
bubble.
15,
Oh.
and they're trying to like tear down LeBron. You know how it goes. It comes with territory. But 2 million other 15-year-olds smoking pot. But that's the one that's a problem.
That's the problem.
That he's the problem in
It's
today's
I was
society.
gonna say it's 15-year-olds out here who are doing way more than smoking weed. So,
Let's be real. It's 15-year-old crackheads.
hey, for real.
I don't know. I've heard of people like that. People I went to school with that I've heard are like
I don't-
crackheads now.
I don't know. Like, to me, there's a fine line. Like,
There's a
you
very
can-
fine
you
line.
Can, yeah, you can dibble and dabble, but the moment you start like injecting shit or you're popping shit, like that's a little. Like, how do you get that? Like, how do you get to that point? Like, that's my question. Like, you
Weed is the
like,
gateway
no,
drug.
Weed is not a gateway drug.
That's bullshit.
There are scientific facts proving that weed is not a gateway
all right. In
drug.
all seriousness. No,
Like, no, but seriously, in all seriousness, like, how do you get to the point of heroin? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Shit just don't hit right no more.
that's what I'm saying. Like,
Like,
bro,
you
but,
can't
like,
get high
how
enough.
high can you be that you just can't get high anymore? Like, I smoked since I was in high school, and listen, I still be like, damn, I'm high as hell. Like, how can you? Like, there's so many other. Like, I don't know.
Here's my theory. Tell me if it makes sense, right? So you're 13, 14, and, you know, somebody a little older is just like, hey, you want to try this beer? And you're like, okay, yeah, it's a beer. It didn't really do much. So then you try a couple beers, then 3 or 4, and they're like, all right, you want to try smoking pot? It's really not that bad, right? So obviously you do like a year or two drinking and smoking pot. Cool. Obviously nothing's really, you're not going to die from it. You're not going to
Exactly.
OD. off weed, right? But then one day somebody's like, "Do you just want to try heroin? It's cool."
I
Like,
guess it depends on who you're around, like your crowd.
like if you're always around the same group of people and one of them you've known for years, they're just like, "Yeah, dude, heroin just feels great." That's what I think it is.
Yeah, like no, I knew someone who like did heroin for referral, and when I asked them like, how did you, like
What made
to,
you
like, yeah.
inject the first time?
Yeah, and like she was like the way she described it was it's like when you're asleep and you flip your pillow over and you get to that good side of the pillow. She's like she described that's how high, like that's the high that heroin gave her.
But like full
Like,
body, right?
Yeah, she was like, but it gave you like like that good ass moment when you flip your pillow and you get that good spot in the pillow and you're like, yes.
I'm
this
pretty
is
sure it feels
everything.
stronger than that.
Yeah, but no, that's what she was like. That's how she described it. Like it's just like it's everything. Like you have that happy ass
oh
moment.
my god, I could never.
And she's like, yeah, it just makes you like everything is right. And then ever since that, you just crave that high.
You know, funny you say that. So when I was 15, I didn't do heroin, right?
Okay.
Did not do heroin.
I wouldn't judge you.
I had appendicitis and they took it out, I got surgery and the pain was really, really bad. So they gave me morphine. And obviously that's an opiate derivative from opium, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not as strong as heroin, but when like 4 seconds after they inject me, every pain in my body just went away.
Mm-hmm.
And I felt myself floating up out of the bed.
That sounds great.
Now, I'm not going to lie. It was a
Sounds
beautiful
great.
feeling because, like, I didn't have this gaping wound. It stopped hurting
Right.
and shit. And for, like, an hour, I wasn't in the hospital. Like, my mind was elsewhere. And they injected me for, like, a day and a half, 2 days.
But isn't it crazy how like a medically prescribed drug can literally make you just
It could
like,
ruin somebody's fucking life.
Yeah, I literally watched a documentary about opioids, and a lot of the people who have overdosed or died on opioids have gotten addicted because of a previous injury.
Mm-hmm. You know what? Let me finish. Okay, hold up. So, so I get discharged from the hospital, and I never crave that feeling again. It's been 10 years, and like I'm cool with like 2 beers,
Yeah,
and that's the most I could do. So, but yeah, to your point, that's the problem with like the NFL, is because they get hurt so often, and once like their health insurance stops, and they can't get like Vicodins and shit, they just get it from the street.
That is true.
Until eventually they start doing heroin and crack. Which documentary did you watch?
It was called the Opioids, the Silent Killer.
The Silent Killer.
Mm-hmm. And it was all like, it was really messed up because it was like every person that died, their family was the one who found them. Like it was really fucked up.
That's fucking sad.
Yeah, one of them, he was still in his teens. Like he was an athlete. And he got injured and he started taking opioids. And his mom like found him in his room.
OD'd?
Yeah. And the thing is his sister blamed herself because he took him that night before, and she said she came home and she didn't open the door. Like she just didn't check on him, and something told her to check on him. And she said if I checked on him, he would have been alive. So it's like, it's crazy because it's just like, I don't know. You never understand like when you're in the moment, like how your decisions affect other people.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. I could never do anything. I'm like a scaredy cat. Like, I'm okay with just like beer. Like, I don't even drink that much no
I'm
more.
not gonna incriminate myself.
Weed is legal.
Weed is legal.
Cigarettes is legal. Alcohol is legal. And that's the only thing we will touch on.
Yep.
But I could never.
I can't smoke cigarettes.
Me neither.
Yeah.
Like, obviously the science behind it is like, if you do this, you will get fucked up.
But like, what's the point? To me, it's like if I'm gonna smoke a cigarette and like inhale the smoke and damage,
Might as well make it
I'm
weed.
gonna get high. Like,
Right? You smoke a cigarette and nothing happens. You just nothing.
right? You're just like, all right, cool.
I know a guy like that. He I don't know if I ever told you about him. he would wake up out of his sleep because the craving of a cigarette was that strong. And he was smoking for like 10, 12 years, and he was only like 26. No, he started when he was like 12. Yeah. And when I knew him, like his hands were just cold, like they just didn't have circulation.
Oh my god.
And I was like, damn, dude, like, why don't you quit? He was like, honestly, bro, if I ever tried quitting cigarettes and coffee, because he drank a pot of coffee every morning, like, I'd probably kill somebody. Like, that's how strong it is. I could never. Also, one of my uncles back in Puerto Rico, I was talking to him. We were driving one day. He was like, dude, don't ever smoke cigarettes. I tried it one time and I was hooked. I was like, oh, shit.
That's how my brother is. Like, he gets a temper. If he doesn't have a cigarette throughout the day, like, he's ready to fight.
Damn.
Yeah.
But you know what's fucked up is they can't ban cigarettes. Like, the way they could. Because you remember when they tried banning alcohol?
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of any prohibition. Well, not any prohibition. I think some shit should be out of the hands of the general population.
Very true.
I don't know.
I feel like guns should be owned legally. That's one thing we should.
We should all, yeah.
Like, if you want to have a gun, yes, it's your amendment, it's your right. Like, do what you want to do. As I own a gun, it's just
Legal.
legally.
Yeah. Yeah. Gotta say that.
Exactly. But when you're out here being dumb or buying stolen guns or buying guns off Craigslist, like, people actually do that dumb shit. Like,
We know somebody that shall remain nameless, just in the alley shooting an AK indiscriminately, just down the alley, left off a whole clip. Ended up getting a couple years in prison. Couple years, right? Ended up getting a couple years in prison because they didn't want to drive to a fucking gun range.
damn, you could at least even go to the forest. Like, no, like, for real. Like, people don't understand. Like, AKs are a very scary gun. It is. But AKs are actually used for hunting. Like, it's actually a hunting rifle. AKs technically are not a semi-automatic weapon. So you're not going to get a do, 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 do. You're going to get a do, do.
Yeah.
Unless you have a bump stock. And then that's a whole nother story.
Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure you could get a fully automatic.
You can make it fully automatic.
When we were in Florida, they were shooting fully automatics at the gun range. That shit was lit.
And it was like yards fucking away.
100 yards, a football field away.
I may or may not have found a shotgun, a semi-automatic shotgun. May or may not have found it somewhere.
You found? Oh, you lost it?
No, I know where I'm gonna buy it from. I found it online.
Okay.
May or may not.
So where do we go? This country is a little fucked up. Just a little.
A lot of fucked up. It's
And
currently on fire.
Everybody's arguing about, the right and wrong way to fix it. What do you think we could fix?
We definitely need to fix our justice system immediately.
Fully agree.
Yeah. Defund the police. Let's start. Because I don't know. For me, it's like people don't really truly guess the whole defund the police thing. They're just, oh, you guys want to abolish police and you just want to get rid of police are all bad and you hate them and you hate. Nah, it's not what I mean. Defund the police technically means, like, let's take our resources and all the money that we're putting into you all and put it into some other shit, like drug programs. How many of these people that you guys are arresting are drug addicts? Or mental health people, and actually have those people go and respond. Cops can respond for actual true emergencies because they don't know how to respond to people with mental health issues. Then they just agitate the situation and
for
someone ends up
example,
dead in their backseat.
For example, bank robbery. Call the police.
Right.
For example, hey, can someone go check on, my niece? She's 19, but she said she would call me and didn't.
Right.
Maybe send just anybody, just any normal person. Maybe
exactly,
a paramedic.
A health worker, exactly.
Yeah. Another example, the what was it? The 12-year-old that had autism, that he got shot and killed because I'll be honest, I still don't know what autism is. The only thing I really know about it is they don't understand jokes. That's all I know. and I feel like I should educate myself a little
Isn't
more.
it autism? Is it they have an extra chromosome or they
No, that's
have
Down
that's
syndrome.
Down syndrome?
So basically, with autism, they don't understand many social situations.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
they're socially awkward.
Sort of, like, but like they don't understand like humor. They don't understand why it's funny.
Yeah, that's
Like you could tell a joke and they'll be like,
what's a joke. What is joke?
serious?
Yeah.
Like it's just something that doesn't really compute in their brain.
And I know that they don't respond the same way as like, you know, you or I might respond to
Mhm.
something. And I feel like that's
Yeah. Like I know someone who has like a more of who's higher on the spectrum. Like they have more autism than someone who's lower on the spectrum.
just a little sprinkle of
Yeah,
autism.
like you know.
That's a fucked up way to say it.
I guess.
But it's true, right? Like you get a little sprinkle of it. Like it takes you a minute to get the joke.
Yeah, and I know some people like they don't like I know autistic people they don't like change. A lot of them don't like being touched. Like that's a big trigger for them. It's like being touched.
And then you get somebody that. So the whole defund the police thing, I feel like those three words is the wrong way to even say it. I feel like it should be said reallocate police money. I don't know how else to say it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
you
get
know what I'm
what
trying
you're
to say
saying. Because
is
it's like people are trying to make it seem like we're just trying to
get
abolish
rid of the
law
police.
and
No more law and order.
Exactly, and then just have like groups like fucking a neighborhood
Militia.
watch and shit.
No.
We'll have a what is Kyle or something
Rittenhouse.
Rittenhouse. We'll have a situation like him.
You know what? Oh my god, that whole thing is so
Or
fucking
George
stupid.
Zimmerman.
That fucking goofball. Fuck him too. You know, I was in Belize in like 2011, and I remember I was getting a tour of this town. It had like 100 people, and they told like the tour guide told us like, yeah, there's one police officer for the whole town, and he's got a bicycle, and that's it.
That's it. My
We
man
don't
got
want
a-
that.
He don't got a flashlight. He don't
No,
got a
he don't got a
taser,
gun.
He don't got nothing.
He don't got a baton. He just got a.
He don't even got a whistle. He,
he
not
got-
even top flight.
He get. He ain't no top flight security
You know,
guard.
that's it. He got a bike. That's it.
I think everybody can agree that that's not what we want.
Right. Exactly.
Um,
And we can't depend on neighborhoods to. Well, we can. I mean, but you see it how that took a turn. That's what gangs were originally created for. Like gangs were supposed to be a sense of community. Like
funny how that turned out.
exactly. Like they actually were. Like back in the day, they were the ones who were like, nah, they were lost to certain shit. Like we didn't sell drugs on Sundays. We didn't shoot on Sundays. We didn't. You know what I'm saying? We didn't shoot by kids. We didn't curse. We didn't do that by churches.
Not
we
by
don't do
the
it by
schools.
grandmas, by the schools, right? Like it was certain rules, levels, and laws, and it was pretty much for you to have your own pride, like a sense of community.
Hmm.
And we see how that turned out.
Yeah. You know, I have a theory on that too. Is in the 90s, the gangs were still. What's the word? Bae? With leadership. There was a lot of leadership.
Yeah.
And Chicago did something that no other city could really do, in my opinion, and take out the entirety of gang leadership. And that's what caused the chaos in the 90s.
Yeah.
Because, you know, everybody, what's the saying? Everybody wants to be a chief or some shit.
Oh, it's a lot of chiefs, not enough Indians.
Yeah, there we go. And that's really what it is, and what
Yeah.
it was. And
But even then, like, majority of the leaders got locked up, too. And
I'm
they
sure we
lost
both
their
know
way.
a couple of people.
Yeah. But they kind of lost their ways once they got locked up. And it's like, now they're talking. It's so funny. Like, now we're in 2020. While these motherfuckers are old and already been rotting in jail, they're talking about letting them out to see if they can help control the streets. And
No,
like,
these
they won't listen to them now.
these
Like, they don't-
18, 19-year-olds don't give a fuck.
They don't know about Larry Hoover and all. Like they don't respect them niggas. Like
Yeah.
they don't understand. They don't get it. It's not the same way of life as it was before.
Yeah. Your mom said that's like putting toothpaste back in the tube.
Oh yeah.
Like that's not gonna happen.
right. Don't
like,
say
n-
certain things. Toothpaste, it's like taking toothpaste out the tube. You can't put it back in.
Or in this case, taking out the entirety of gang leadership in the city of Chicago.
Right.
And then everybody's like,
But it's like, it's so weird. It's so funny because it's like, you know, certain people in the hood, they're like, they all grew up together, but now it's like they're part of this gang or this person's a part of this gang, and it's like, but y'all were brothers when y'all was in elementary school. Like, y'all were homies. Y'all grew up together, and it's like now because you a part of this gang or part of this fake ass gang, because no one ever really heard of y'all. Like,
it's just y'all 8
exactly
on
right?
that block.
On that block. Compared to the 20 that's on the other block next to you, like, I don't know. To me, it's dumb. I don't. I couldn't.
You can't be a gangbanger like
I
that.
couldn't be a gangbanger like
Me
Hood
neither.
Princess maybe, but you know, a gangbanger, nah. Like, that's my thing. Like, if it goes down to me or you going home, I guarantee I'm going home. Period. I can't take the rap for nobody. Like,
Yeah.
you want me to take 20 years? Nah, little Tay Tay over there shot him. That wasn't me. Like, no.
Like, come on, Tay.
Because at the end of the day, if they were in jail and they were in your shoes, do you think they wouldn't take that time off to turn your ass in?
Knowing for a fact that they did shoot them,
Exactly.
they would still throw you under the bus
Exactly.
to get 2 years off.
Exactly.
I don't know.
There's a lot of 6ix9ines out here, not a lot of Bobby Schmurders.
Oh my God. Bobby Schmurder got fucked over by his record label.
He did, but Bobby Schmurder was a real homie. He was
That's
actually
true.
supposed to only get a few years, like a year or two.
My God, Raina, talk to the mic.
A year or two, and his homie was supposed to get 12, and he was like, nah, give me half his sentence. And he was like, he served half of his sentence. Bobby Schmurder was supposed to have been out, and they just declined my homie his bail. So
Who, Schmurder?
Bobby Schmurder, they just declined.
They're still
him.
they still
on
keeping
that
him in
with
there.
him.
Hey.
But 6ix9ine got out. That's what happens when you work with the feds.
Yeah, there's no way he doesn't serve all 47 years unless.
All right, unless you had some good ass information.
Yeah, like he had to put away a lot of people. From what I heard, he put away his whole gang, no?
Mm-hmm,
So who hangs out with him now? Is it just
his
like
security guard. That's it, bro. That's it.
It's just him and his new manager.
He can't risk nothing, bro.
Probably a nice khaki and polo wearing person, right? The birds.
The birds. The birds. He ain't even seen his own child. That's too risky. Trust issues.
So what can we do to fix it? There's a lot of shit fucked up. Fix the
is.
justice system. Here's my thing. We need to decriminalize every single drug. And I'm not saying like, oh, it's a free for all. But I'm saying instead of sending the person that has like, you know, a gram
Yeah.
of crack to prison for 7 years, send them to rehab.
Right. Send them to a drug
Forced
facility.
rehab.
Yeah. Make them take classes, do certain things. Or to me, it's crazy because I walk into a dispensary and
Mhm.
I'll think like, it's crazy. It's motherfuckers who were doing this on the corner that are locked up for
Today.
15, 20 years for doing exactly what they're doing legally.
Mm-hmm.
That's so messed up to me.
Did you see that Michigan legalized or decriminalized magic mushrooms?
Really.
Yeah. And I think Colorado too.
I love it there. So awesome.
I mean, it's still illegal in Illinois.
Very illegal.
Nobody in this studio has done anything at all.
Nothing.
Just drink some beer after the age of 21.
Very legally.
Disney, don't worry, you can still sponsor me. You can still sponsor the podcast.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know what? No, I got beef with Disney. I got beef with Disney. Why did I not have beef with? Chameleonaire, you can still sponsor this podcast.
Right.
Soldier Boy.
Hit that line.
Yeah. But yeah, I think we should decriminalize all drugs. Because then you take away profits from the cartel, right?
True.
You lower the prison population. I feel like we're throwing money into a hole as a country. Like, I feel like you shouldn't be in the business of locking people up.
True.
But I don't know. I mean, I know for a fact it's never going to happen.
No, not at all.
You know what's crazy is Portugal, when they decriminalized all drugs, their crime went down like 67% or some crazy number like that.
Because that's the thing. Like, if you even have like a little gram of some white powder, some white sugar, let's just say it like that, that's a felony. Like, immediately, and that's a record.
That's like 4 years in prison or some shit.
Yeah, and the felony on you, like, right then and there, it's over with.
Yeah.
Like,
Then you can't get a job.
you can't get
vote.
a job. Exactly, you can't vote. And then you're just bound to be back into the system. Like,
Yeah, that's why recidivism is so high in the United States.
exactly.
You know what? I don't want to talk out of my ass. Let's see what it is. Recidivism.
But to me, a prison should be more of like a rehab. Like, it should be more of like, you need to get your shit together. Like, this is what you're in here for. And that's what a prison is supposed to be. Instead, we treat them like animals. If you treat someone like an animal, they're going to act like an animal.
Yeah. Recidivism rate for released prisoners is 43%. According to National Institute of Justice, almost 44% of recently released return before the end of their first year out. So that's just taken into consideration, like their first year out of prison is
Right.
half of them go back no matter what. That's really fucked up. Oh, and then you can't get food stamps.
Yep.
Like, they want you to stay in the system.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like America was on its way of doing better. Like, obviously, we fixed a lot of the bullshit
Mm-hmm.
from the last 400 years. But then money took over.
Yeah.
It's all just about the money.
That's it. That's all it's about. That's all it's ever going to be about.
And then people in power just, for some reason, are just always fucking evil. I don't know why.
Money is
I don't
the
have a
root-
theory.
What is it? Money is the root of all evil?
Yeah. It's fucked up. I don't know. This guy got real dark real fast.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about something positive. LeBron James, your favorite player in the world, is 10th NBA Finals appearance.
Yeah.
I hope he plays the Celtics, and I hope he loses to the Celtics because I am a Celtics fan.
Okay.
I think the Celtics play tonight. Did you heard about that basketball player that he got in trouble for bringing a girl into the bubble?
Yeah, but
Daniel
wasn't the girl like she was one of the testing people, like one of the COVID testing people?
I don't even know.
They said she was one of like the COVID testing employees. Like
27 years old.
you literally just
How
put.
do you not?
But that's, I don't know. It's like I understand, but it's like, bro, you couldn't keep it in your pants for more than 3 weeks.
He needed that nut. All right. Need.
That's what porn is for.
But I just checked. He had a salary of $3.5 million a year.
And you just ruined all that
And
just
he
to
ruined
get
it.
a nut buzz.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I think he was married too.
And
Married
you
with
just
a
ruined
kid.
your whole family. Because you know it's gonna be in the tabloids. Like, you just snuck in. You could have just literally fucked up the whole bubble. Like,
Yeah. And you know what's fucked up?
you could have
Is,
compromised the whole thing.
there's a theory that LeBron James ratted him out because he was playing LeBron James and the Lakers, and LeBron was like, "Yo, Adam Silver, commish, come on, get this guy out of here."
Hey, I mean, I would have snitched too. I'll be 100 with you.
For millions of dollars? Hell fucking yeah.
Be 100 with you. That's why I couldn't be a part of no gang. Nah,
Why?
Like,
You snitched too
I'm
quick?
snitching. The moment they put something in front of me, they were like, "Look, it's either you or him. What's that?" Hey, fam. I saw him slip the number right after he took his COVID test. I saw it. I saw that shit.
Matter of fact, it was her and her friend
Right.
and him.
Right.
All three of these motherfuckers. They planned it out.
I saw her sneeze earlier too. I don't know if y'all need to put
Test
that
her
in
again.
the notes.
Put
But
her
I
in a-
saw, you know,
Put her in a literal bubble.
for real. I saw her sneeze. I don't know, fam. That
I don't know.
someone needs to talk.
She said allergies. I don't believe her.
Right.
She had Zyrtec.
Right. I saw her take a Claritin this morning. That was not.
Yeah. Don't watch Antebellum.
I know you told me it was just not.
Weren't you gonna watch it today?
I gotta go home and do some homework and then I'll watch it.
Don't watch it. Watch Tenet. Come on, watch Tenet. Tenet is a wonderful movie. Tenet.
I'm gonna see if it's on the Apple, the Fire Stick.
Yeah.
Mine's jailbroken, so.
Oh yeah, you probably got it then.
Oh shit. You know. That's how I watch Mulan.
Oh my I refuse.
I wasn't giving Disney $30.
Yeah.
It wasn't worth $30, but it was good. Yeah.
You know what, Disney? Maybe you could sponsor this podcast. Maybe.
Disney got bread.
I know. I'll never feel bad about Disney losing money during Rona
Right?
because
Like,
they made it all back.
Disney has literally their hand in like every pot.
Yeah.
Like, think about Marvel, Star Wars,
Pixar,
Pixar.
the parks.
Yep.
They pretty much own Orlando. You gotta go. It's really
I
fucking
know.
fun. All this shit I'm talking about Disney. You should go.
I'm excited.
Should go to Disney.
I'm excited.
Yeah. Anything else you want to talk about, Raina?
I don't know.
Yeah. Well, like 12 minutes of it is an intermission. Exactly 12 minutes.
Exactly 12 minutes. It's just, I don't know about that one.
Nah, I guess we're good. I don't know. Last words, Raina?
Oh.
Do your census. It's
Do
very
your-
important.
Go vote.
Go vote. It's very
Let's
important.
vote this turd out, y'all. Like, we can't grab him by the ballot. We can't do 4 more years of this dude. Like,
Yeah.
even though his other candidate's not that good either. But you know.
You know what?
Wait.
We all know Joe Biden is he's just a name. He's a name to middle America.
To me, the president is just the face. He's just a pawn. The people we really have to be voting for are our governors, judges, what is it? The street officials, all that.
Alderman?
Alderman, there you go.
The
Ugh.
the hood official.
The hood official, exactly. Your mayors, y'all need to be paying attention to everyone you're voting for then.
And actually do some homework on all these motherfuckers.
For real. Actually understand their policies and what they stand for, because maybe it's not what you stand for. Or you have your elected people in your community who don't care about your community or live in your community.
Exactly. If they had 2 terms and they done shit, vote them out. Fuck them.
Vote them out. Let's go.
We're gonna change everything. We're gonna change the world.
One step at a time.
I was gonna say something else. One dumbass official at a time.
There you go.